Welcome back to Blinded by the Item. Bradley is on a cruise. If you just joined us and you didn't see yesterday, he is on his big birthday cruise. So he'll be back next Tuesday. But we have Kendall Mark in the studio with us today.
Hi.
Hi, Kendall.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. Hi. Hi.
Kendall does a show with Brittany right after us on MyTalk 1071. You can listen if you do not live in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. If you want to hear Blind Items live, you can listen to stream it. Actually, just go to our website and you can listen at 12:30 Central Time and know all the answers in advance before the video goes up.
Normally, I get to know all the answers in advance on my way to work, which is then I go, I could put that in the show today.
Oh,
but today, not so much.
She's on the chopping block, but you'll do a really good job. I know.
Thank you.
Okay, first we have to talk about, can we talk about Diddy a little bit? Did you see his new song?
Okay, sure. Let's do it.
Oh, God.
This is so
Is it a little ditty?
It's a little ditty.
From Diddy?
Oh, dear.
From Diddy, and it's called Cousins.
Oh, no.
And it talks about things that happened between Diddy and his cousin from childhood until 14, and it's sexual. So we've moved to that place. I was like, you just don't think that you can be shocked anymore.
Mm-mm.
And I have been.
Yeah.
So I don't even know really. I brought it up. But
wasn't this Kanye West?
I know. Wait, wasn't this Kanye?
Oh my God.
You're saying Diddy.
Did I say Diddy?
Yes.
You said Diddy.
I'm like, wow, what is going on?
I'm sorry. We were just talking about Diddy before this.
Gotcha.
Kanye,
yes.
I was like, how is it that two of the most loathsome creatures on the planet have the exact same
maybe
experience?
that's why. Maybe that's why. But no, it's Kanye I'm talking about. I apologize. Yeah, that's disgusting. And I don't even know what to say. I mean, should someone be knocking on his door like the police?
Mm-hmm.
Or because you're admitting to your cousin is younger than you.
Mm-hmm.
So
all I know is if Kanye West was a woman, aka if he was like Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, Amanda Bynes, he would have been locked up already. Put him in the institution because he's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They did far less and got far more severe consequences.
Yeah. That's true. Also, I think I saw him with Bianca in Spain at dinner. So Bianca's back.
Good on them.
Can't be back if you never left.
Oh, Mike, you're right.
Ew.
Let's get into some blind items.
Why don't we maybe start right there? As we told you, the breakup move is just their newest version of the naked pap stroll for attention. And we're about to get a similar reveal from this A-list musician and an A-list franchise actress. Let me fill in the blinds here, or let me repeat this one. As we've told you, the breakup move is just the newest naked pap stroll for this A-list couple. Just looking for attention. Obviously, we know what that's in reference to. We're about to get a similar reveal for this A-list musician and an A-list franchise actress.
A-list musician. Okay.
First part's Bianca and Kanye, because again, like you said, we saw them oot in the boot.
Okay. And this is the musician a male?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Foreign born?
No.
Okay.
Okay. A-list musician. Is he part of a group of brothers?
No.
Shoot.
All right. So let's
that was
see.
my one guess.
A- list.
A-list musician is how this individual is being described, and an A-list franchise actress.
Are we going to be able to get the musician first or
Nah, they're
equally
both
famous?
A-list.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And I will say they're maybe more famous combined than they are individually.
Is it DDG and
No.
Halle Bailey?
Okay. Are these two in their 30s?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it Cardi B and Offset? Okay.
No. Nope, because Selena Gomez is nope.
Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
We told you for months, or not for months, I guess, in this case, but we told you that the breakup between Kanye and Bianca Censori was basically just their new version of a naked pap stroll because nobody cares anymore to see her naked running around the streets like it used to get them attention. So now they're doing this breakup thing. I think this is the third time they've maybe said they've either been divorced or broken up. According to the blind item, as it continues, we're about to get a similar reveal for Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, who has maybe gone to that well.
When you say
before
naked pap stroll, all I want to say is naked pap smear.
That's
and
a little
I come
different.
to a place of like
they're all naked.
Feminine energy. So I'm going to try to participate without being weird.
No, we need the weird, Kendall. Please.
Oh, sorry. That's something Bradley would say, right?
Weird.
Pap smear. That would definitely come out of his mouth.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When we hear pap, our brains usually goes to smear.
I just can't help it. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. So there you go. I have nothing to add to that.
Okay, it's fine. We understand.
Naked paparazzi stroll. There we go. I'll be a little more specific with it.
Thank you. No gowns involved.
Can I also say, like, when people break up and get back together and do it repeatedly, I don't care anymore. Right?
No, because you go,
I don't believe them.
What do you want? What do you want from us? Do you want us to be sad? Do you want us to be excited? Like, what do you want?
And at some point, somebody's really stupid.
Yeah.
Whoever is the person who is, causing the breakup, which in this, I don't know. I'm just on Megan's side, but who knows?
Yeah.
He seems like a real D-bag.
So terrible.
Yeah. So it's like, why are you doing this to yourself? I don't feel sorry for you. It's like the little boy that cried wolf.
Just go back to your ayahuasca jungle.
There you go.
You're more interesting there.
Yep.
It's true. Let's roll on doing the blind item. You guys got that one nicely done. Again, it's pivoting off of that story we heard about Kanye and Bianca being back together.
Even though I first said,
Did he?
I take it back.
I truly was in a place of like, they're both terrible people. So like, it's kind of crazy that the same thing happened to them. I don't know.
So it must be an open marriage because this recently married A-list franchise actress was with someone who is definitely not their new spouse just a few months ago, which is fine as long as they both know. So it must be an open marriage because this recently married A-list franchise actress was with someone who is definitely not their new spouse just a few months ago, which is fine as long as they both know.
Okay.
We wouldn't consider Scarlett Johansson's marriage to Colin Jost new, would we?
We would not.
Okay.
Like, is it
but a
new,
good franchise
last
actress,
year
yes.
new?
No.
Okay. Sooner?
Like more recently, you're saying?
Yeah.
More recently.
More recently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Than last year?
Married?
Oh, gosh. Okay.
It was in the year 2025.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Would this happen to be a one Twilight actress?
It was in 2025, as in...
Like a
Kristen
day or two
Stewart?
ago?
Like 25 hours ago. Yes.
Kristen Stewart.
According to the blind items.
Stewart?
Yes, you got it. Nicely done.
I was really zooming in on those pictures.
Yeah.
Because they were like really sort of hidden behind an umbrella. And I was like zooming in to try to see how cute they were.
Super zoom.
So dumb.
Let me fill in and we can talk more about it here. But according to the blind item, it must be an open marriage between Kristen Stewart and Dylan Meyer because according to the blind item, Kristen Stewart was with somebody else just a couple of months ago, which is fine as long as both parties are aware of it.
Oh, and do we know this other person?
Who she was with? No,
Yeah.
we do not.
We might learn, though.
We might learn, but according to the blind items, Kristen was in the company of perhaps another lover.
It's just not the top of my mind when I'm like, I'm going to get married. But I hope it's an open relationship, an open marriage. Like, what's the point? What is the point then?
Maybe financially. I don't know because I've chosen never to be married. So I don't know what you're married.
It's the health insurance.
Okay.
It's always the health insurance.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Kristen Stewart needs better health insurance. Like, what, Kendall? What? No,
She
what?
needs to get some free pap smears with a good health insurance.
That's right, where the table isn't cold.
Yeah.
But not warm either, because that's weird.
Yeah.
Sorry. We're moving it. I'm sorry.
Naked pap strolls. Naked pap strolls. It's going to be the title of today's Blinded by the Item.
Yeah.
Let's roll on. By the way, I should mention, speaking of that, be sure to like and subscribe and tell all your friends about this wonderful show as we fill in these juicy bits of gossip with the names left out. Here's another one. Despite how the tabloids might make it look, this A-minus list, mostly TV actor, has been given a strict no mention order by the streamer regarding his ex while promoting the new season. So let me do that one again here. Despite how the tabloids make it look, this A-minus list, mostly TV actor, has been given a strict no mention order by the streamer regarding his ex while promoting the new season.
Is the streamer Netflix?
The streamer is Netflix.
Okay.
So we've got an A-minus list, mostly TV actor, apparently giving a no mention order regarding an ex from Netflix while promoting a new season.
Okay. You know what's like been hitting my feed constantly?
What is it?
Penn Badgley making the rounds promoting You. Would it happen to be because Blake Lively and Penn Badgley?
Yeah,
you're darn right it is.
Oh my gosh. I felt it in my bones.
Nicely done.
The Gossip Girl are my people.
Oh my gosh. Mike actually got me started watching You.
Yeah.
And I still need to catch up. I'm on that season, Mike. Which one is it? Where it's
3 is the hard one to get through.
One to get through, but I loved every second of it. And I have to admit that I was really attracted to Penn Badgley as
he's hot.
Stalker.
Is a sociopath?
I don't want one in my life, but he's
If he looks like Penn Badgley, maybe. I don't know.
I think there's this voiceover he's doing. It's kind of like Dexter.
Yeah.
It's like the intensity thing where women are like a moth to the flame. If a man is very intense towards us, we're like, I'm sorry, you wanted to cut my what'd you say? Wait, what? You want to drink my blood, but actually?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, and it's just that voice and like, I don't know. But I really actually don't want a guy like that in real life.
But I don't think anyone does.
But for some reason, I like him on that show. Is that wrong?
If he wanted to put you in the basement, you'd be like, I don't know. I don't need sunlight. It's fine.
All right. You filled in the blinds on that one there, despite how the tabloids might make it look. And we'll have a conversation about that. But this A-minus list, mostly TV actor Penn Badgley, has been given a strict no mention policy by Netflix in regard to Blake Lively while promoting the next and final season 5 of the upcoming show, You.
I'm not far behind. I can do this.
You've got 48 hours because it drops in 2 days.
Oh.
You might not have time, Dawn. You might not make it.
Now,
I gotta go.
The blind item is referencing the fact that if you just do a quick little Google search of Penn Badgley and Blake Lively, it's funny because there's a story about how Blake Lively saved Penn Badgley from the typical toxic Hollywood lifestyle. And there's like all of these outlets that are run with this and just going with it. And you're seeing it everywhere. And then you actually dig into it. And it's a random interview he did for Variety like 2 years ago.
Oh, my gosh. I hate it when they do this.
And they're repurposing as if he's saying this brand new while promoting the new season, which he definitely is not doing. And according to the blind item, Netflix said, do not use her name to get publicity for this show.
I mean, is anyone surprised? Netflix is like, we have nothing to do with this. Yeah, like,
please.
I
don't want to.
Because are they still streaming It Ends With Us? I know they like had it for a window.
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure where it's at right now.
They might still have it, but I don't think it's going to be there forever. And my assumption is that they're like, we don't even want you to tell people that it's on our platform.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it might currently be on Netflix. It was added December 9th, 2024. So, yeah, perhaps. But yes, season 5, the final season of the show You, which I recommend to check out. It is fun. The first season is shockingly good. The second season's solid. Third season's terrible. But the fourth season kind of was repurposed, repackaged, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm excited to see what happens with Joel Goldberg in the end.
Love it.
So, there you go. And by the way, for those who don't know, they were not only co-stars on Gossip Girl, but for the first 3 years they were on that show together, they were in a real life couple.
Lovers, as you said.
It's true.
Lovers.
I loved that show. Oh, I loved those books. Man, there's something wrong with me.
No, I mean, I just said I was attracted to someone who played a stalker serial killer. So. Actually, 2.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
You're the sick one, Dawn.
Yeah,
it's not
that's
me.
right.
Let's keep rolling on with this one. The blinds have been calling it what it is for months, but now those closest to the foreign-born former A-list singer is finally saying it out loud as well. He's in a cult. The blinds have been calling it this for months, but those closest to the foreign-born former A-list singer is finally saying it out loud. He's in a cult.
You know who this is.
We know who this is.
You know who it is.
This is the Biebs.
It's the Biebs.
Justin Bieber apparently is now having those closest to him say the quiet part out loud that we've been talking about in the blinds for quite some time, is that maybe one of the reasons why he's going through the struggles he's going through is because he's currently in a cult with a church leader that those around him do not love, that he's close to.
Well, as soon as he fired all of his people that have surrounded him for his entire career, including best friends, signed away his life's work
to all church people.
Yeah, that's when you go, hey, buddy, something ain't right here.
Yeah.
He is not well.
Nope, he is not.
It's just, and I feel really, and you really feel for his wife and for his son. You feel for him, of course, but especially you always go like the people around him can only do so much. Yeah. Especially when he's let go of everybody in his life that probably said no to him.
That's exactly what I've heard. Like everybody that said no, he's like, I'm sorry, you don't fit in with my plan. And I'm just wondering, this, his pastor, who is like his best friend and a part of his, promoting his new brand. And people are like, you don't know anything about a clothing line. Is he not stepping in saying like smoking a joint in front of your 15-year-old brother at Coachella? That's not a good idea. Like, isn't anyone saying that? If you are, I don't know. I know it's legal there, but like, it's just not a good look and it's not responsible.
It's just not. And you look at like, if you're going to go, okay, well, it's his choice if he wants to use his religious leader. I'm sorry. I wouldn't ask my pastor to be my representative here. If I'm trying to negotiate a contract at my work, I'm not calling up Pastor Quinn to do the repping for me. Like, what? That literally doesn't make sense unless you have a really toxic relationship with this spiritual leader.
And it would maybe be more surprising or shocking if this literally didn't happen to him already.
Hello. I watched that whole documentary about that other pastor.
The Secrets of Hillsong. Yes, the corrupted church leader. Yes, it's on Hulu right now.
It's really good. I would check it out. But
and this has already kind of happened to him with somebody else. So it just shows you he's looking for that person in life that...
Yeah.
It's kind of like, Righteous Gemstones, like the son that is played by Adam Devine. It's like the cool, like young youth pastor dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. I think that's what they're kind of poking fun at.
It's wild. I forgot about that. I remember that he was really close with a church. I just in my head was like, oh, it's the same church. No, it was a totally different church and pastor.
Dude. Yeah.
Which I thought was called Church Chrome. But it's church home. But it looked like chrome to me. And so in my mind,
it took me a while to, I was like, church home.
Yeah.
Church.
And I'm like, sure chrome?
Oh, church home.
So there you go.
Why did I admit that?
You got that one.
But I like
it before.
Between that and the serial killer, Dawn, you're just spilling all the tea.
It's me. I bring out the vibes.
Nice.
Tell me your dirty secrets, Dawn.
Speaking of dirty secrets, we've been hearing for nearly a year that this former A-list actress turned producer and her husband were no longer together. She refuses to open up about it, but at least she stopped wearing her wedding ring and pretending. We've been hearing for nearly a year that this former A-list actress turned producer and her husband were no longer together. She refuses to speak openly about it, but at least she stopped wearing her wedding ring and pretending.
Was the husband famous?
No. At least not nearly to this individual's level.
Is she also an actress?
Yes. Actress.
Okay. Actress and producer?
Yes. Let me... this... We've been hearing for nearly a year that this former A-list actress turned producer.
Okay.
Is she from... Let me see. Wait. Is she in her... like 20s, early 30s, or north of that? Okay.
North of that.
Olivia Wilde?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, that was a
I don't
good
even know
guess.
if she's married or I don't know what her
I know,
deal
right?
is.
She is not. No.
Okay.
Has she, when she was acting, was she like A-list?
It says former A- list, but if I was being specific, what I would say is former A-list TV actress turned producer. So she was absolutely A-list on the television when she was A-list.
Okay, does she have a twin sister?
Not that I know of.
Oh, shoot. I was going with the Maurys.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Can you read it again?
Of course. We've been hearing for nearly a year that this former former A-list TV actress, now she's like I'd still say B plus A minus list TV actress turned producer, and her husband were no longer together. She refuses to speak about it, but at least she stopped wearing her wedding ring and pretending.
Was she?
Oh, sorry.
You go.
Was it a comedy?
No.
Oh, drama.
She
was on a drama.
She was in a drama on the television.
Eva Longoria.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nicely
Good
done.
Job, Kendall.
Spikes her pen and says, yes, we got it.
I was sweating on that one. I was like, I don't know if we're going to get this.
You nailed it. Nicely done. Eva Longoria is that former A-list TV actress turned producer, and her husband, Jose Baston, is according to the blind items, are no longer together, and she refuses to speak about it, but at least she stopped wearing her wedding ring and pretending. You may remember this about this story. This has been out for a while, but a few weeks ago, we saw her celebrate her 50th birthday party, and everyone's like, man, you have a big celebration with all those close to you. You think your husband would be there, and he wasn't. But now apparently
she's super good friends with Lauren Sanchez. Really good friends. And that is why my boyfriend and I have this conspiracy that is why in every edition of People magazine, she is in People magazine. Like, he looks for her. He's like, where's Eva Longoria? And it's like, she hasn't worked a lot, but she does produce a lot.
She produces a lot.
And I'm surprised she didn't go to space.
Touche.
You know, she was given the option.
You think so?
Just like Kim was given the option and said no. There was rumors that Kim Kardashian had a scheduling conflict. You don't have a scheduling conflict when it comes to going to space.
What?
You make time to go to space.
And Kim's weird about certain things.
Yeah.
Like, I could see her being like, I just don't want to be stuck somewhere that, like, I could get stuck. You know, like, she'd say something and you go, okay, well, I guess it checks out. That makes sense.
I don't think it would be good for her image or Blue Origin's image, because they're like, Kim Kardashian's going to space. You know what I mean? Like, they already have enough with the Katy Perry and Lauren with her blowout.
I bet she took Katy Perry. I bet Katy Perry took her spot.
100%.
Yeah.
Kim was absolutely given the option. It was funny because obviously both Kris Jenner and Khloe were both there. And as the flight was about to take off, they were interviewing the two of them, and Khloe made some reference like, are we going to see the Kardashian girls now going up to space? And Khloe was like, I am pretty intrigued by it now that I'm seeing all this. And Kris was like, you can do it for us all, girl, because we're not doing it. So I think Kris had the similar mentality that Kim had, where no, I'm not doing that.
My feet are here.
I loved how they called it a scheduling conflict, though.
If, like, let's say there is a scheduling conflict, whatever the meeting is, I would tell that person, this is so important to me that I was supposed to be in space right now. So
use it.
Flex.
You're paying for lunch.
All the lunch.
Yes.
Let's not depart too far from that particular conversation, because you would think billionaires have more important things to do than get upset by social media beef, but you'd be wrong, which is why the franchise had to backstep. You would think billionaires have more important things to do than get upset about a social media beef. Emphasis on beef, but you'd be wrong, which is why the franchise had to backstep.
Wendy's.
Oh, the flight. I was still stuck in Kardashian land.
No, we're talking about Wendy's saying, can't we send her back?
Yeah.
Katy Perry. They had to apologize.
Well, they did. They backed the very next day. They basically said how respected they are, how much they respect Katy Perry, and how much she's out of this world, and they love her. And according to the blind items, that might have been a call from maybe
Bill Wendy's.
Well, no, actually,
Bill Wendy.
Do you know who's the head of Wendy, by the way?
No.
Wendy?
The stepfather of Brooklyn Beckham, Nelson Peltz, is the controlling stake and the owner of Wendy's, for the record.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Once it goes public, I don't know, but I think he has like a certain percentage. I think he's like the non-active chairman of Wendy's.
Oh,
okay.
Which is almost like, I wonder if Jeff said, "Hey, billionaire buddy, maybe rein in who's ever controlling your social media right now because they're making a big fool out of me."
Ooh. They're not funny. They're so funny. They did a fantastic job. Give that person a raise. They're probably fired.
Probably.
God, but I want companies to take risks like this.
Me too.
Because this is the space we live in.
When the hell else do I talk about Wendy's?
That's right.
Never.
Dave Thomas is who used to be the owner of
he
Wendy's.
was.
I just want to throw that out
Wendy's
there.
was his daughter.
Yeah.
Or Wendy was, I believe, his daughter, right?
Wendy's a real person?
She was. It was inspired, by, I think, Dave Thomas's daughter.
That's cute.
Yeah.
What did my dad do for me?
Oh, my gosh.
Didn't
That's
make
how
you
we're
the-
ending Blinded by the Item. Well, sorry.
Sorry, Dad. I love you.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching today. You can watch us on YouTube like you might be doing right now. You can follow the podcast, or you can find us wherever you get your podcast. You can listen to us on MyTalk Live, mytalk1071.com. And we are talking about
Blinded by the Item.
Bye.
Blinded by the Item.